inside the egg sac of a Tegenaria domestica. That's a common house spider, by the way. Oh, sorry. No worries. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you want to get by? Is it okay? So I'll just squeeze over here. Yeah, okay. Can you get by? I grant. It's such a squeeze, isn't it? What's your name, actually? Oh, right. Yeah, no, I don't know my name either. Funny, isn't it? Oh, sure, no worries. Talk again soon. It's really, have a good one. That went really well, actually. Probably the best it's ever gone in here. Before we were in here, we don't exactly know if there was a before. Still grasping the concept of linear time, if that's what you'd call it in here, where everyone looks the exact same, always scrambling from one side of ourselves to the other. Not exactly sure why everyone's always scrambling in here. There's nowhere particularly to get to. We do get the feeling, though, that we're practicing for something really big. We hope we do well when the time comes. Once, I asked one of our other ones if we were all alive. They were scrambling as usual, trying to get over there from wherever their here once was. I suppose I'd interrupted them, but I just really wanted to know. Is that what we're doing then? Aliving together? 2 rows of 4 tiny translucent eyes rolled back in their head at my question. A slow and purposeful roll to help me understand that I'd done something wrong. 8 eyes, 8 legs. Our numbers are lovely. It's called being alive. And no, not yet. Pre-life still. Soon though. My disgruntled comrade was kind to educate me. Pre-life. Yes! I vibrated my thanks, but they had scrambled away from me. Pre-life. Not entirely sure what that means, but the prospect of a life to come excites us all. Yeah, we think we're alive now, all right. Sorry, not supposed to say that anymore. No more we, just I. Me. Different to eyes. I have 8 eyes, but only one eye. I have to say, very glad to have my eye. Myself. I think I'll only get one of these in this life. But I survived my first collective birth experience. Life, you have me now! Oh, the eruption into it was something else, let me tell you. The heaving, that came first. We felt it together, the shift from our usual scrambling to a widening of our bounds. Space stretched, and so did we. Our vibrations almost too much to bear, until suddenly the everything was upon us. The blur and bounty of existence extending itself to us. My others were so quick to leave. They vibrated their goodbyes, something about having to leave the nest to pursue their own fortunes. What's an own fortunes? My question still hangs here unanswered, in this web I found myself in. There's something in here. It's impossible to avoid its vibrations. It seems to be defined by how much it moves. That is until the time of limited vision comes, and it puts itself into a cocoon of stillness. This time of limited vision is the safest time for me to emerge from my web and take in my surroundings. It's also the time when I am most connected to an emptiness that has replaced the scrambling of pre-life. Without light And without vibrations, my I-ness is more distinct. There's only I now. And I know the time of limited vision is coming to an end, when the world becomes beautiful with golds and oranges and whiteness all around us. This time of beautiful light usually prompts this other one to come out of their heavy stillness. Unless it doesn't, and then another one of its kind comes in, pressing itself close to the breathing cocoon, vibrating softly. This other one is bigger than my close one, and often they will extend themselves to wrap themselves around the smaller one. Sometimes they even share a moment of shared wrapped holding. I wonder if we ever had that. One who extends themselves to make us feel whole. I see them sharing one another in all the beautiful light. And that is another time when I am feeling this emptiness. I've met them all now, though. The other ones. There are 4 of them, which is also how many times I've shed my outer skin. After some time observing them, I have concluded what's going on. They must still be in pre-life. They haven't been born yet. Some evidence as to why I believe this is the case. Number 1, they're always scrambling. Run, bump, push, move, pass. No idea where they're trying to get to, so it must be pre-life. Number 2, they share a togetherness that resembles the one we had before my others flew off into the breeze. Number 3, they don't have to spin traps for their meals. Food is always ready, waiting, whenever they want. Lucky. And number 4, their individual vibrations affect one another, making each other vibrate back. Particularly vibrational is my close one, the one I share space with. She and the smaller one, they make such bold and shapely sounds. I have to emerge from my web and witness all the fuss. The space fills with the light of their excitement, but it's not like the light, like the golden light on the glass wall. This is a light I can't see with my eyes or feel with my bristling hairs, but it's just as full and bright. And this light, this brightness, it comes from their eyes. It falls out of their eyes into the world, and I feel it slip inside my unseen self, and it undoes some of the emptiness that has made a home inside me lately. It took me a few times to understand that these moments do eventually end, and one or more of them will leave the space to find something to remember or get back to their important scrambling work. When this happens, I hurry back to my webbed corner. My latest meal arrived, waiting to be eaten, while I sit still, perplexed by how alone and not alone I have become. It occurs to me lately that I lead a very uneventful life. I have my corner, which is to say my home, perhaps. I know that it's a corner because it's the point at which 2 perpendicular walls meet to form a right angle. That's one of the many things I've learned from Lan's materials. This seems to be the name of the one I share space with. Lan, or Lan-a. During the time of the bright light, she leaves the space and comes back always with more materials, more learning pieces. She already seems to know all the pieces, which makes me wonder if the place of learning is any good. There's so much I don't know. I know I have my corner. I know that I prefer many small meals rather than one large meal. I know I used to scramble around with others like me. This is something I return to very often. The lost scrambling. When it was happening, I couldn't have known how much I would crave it now that it's gone. I let some of my eyes lose focus and I go back to that. Did we know what closeness was? Did we cherish it when we had it? Lana does this sometimes. You see? At first, I thought it was some sort of ritual because she was doing it with another of her kind, one who's not usually in our space. I still don't fully understand the purpose of the movement, but a feeling happens to the air. Something like the feeling of when I recall my lost scrambling. And the vibrations. I wonder at my web surviving the flurry of it all, the vibrations, the bodies moving, the abandon of everything these creatures usually hold so close to their vessels. They move in many curious shapes, falling around with their vibrations in a way that I've learned to mean they are satisfied, happy. They move together and then apart, and then they spin and spin, but not silk. They spin themselves only until they fall down in the soft cocoon, or even lower onto the hard floor where I hide, watching them. Always hiding. The only one to never leave the nest. 6 skin sheds later, and here I am in my 90-degree corner. I wonder if I had gone spinning out of the glass wall with the rest of them, would the wide world have swallowed me whole, like I was so afraid it might? I call this corner my home, but how do you know what that is if you never choose it? Do you choose your home? Or do you receive it like a gift? Or do you go out and find it for yourself? What use is it spinning the same web over and over in the first place my legs ever touched, waiting for it to feel less empty? I'm so full of questions. I could shed another skin. Maybe that's my trouble. Maybe.
Mother, there's a spider in my room again. Do you want to come see it, Mother? Guess she's not coming to see you, little guy. How are you? You doing all right? Got enough flies to keep you busy? Oh, yeah. Lots of flies. Thanks for eating all the flies in my room, by the way. No, don't run away. I won't squash you. I swear, I swear. Let me just... Okay. I'll just stay very still. Better? I got my hair cut earlier today, and I like it, but I've never had it so short, and I don't like not having hair on my ears. It feels wrong. It's too bare. But hair grows, right? That's what I've heard anyway. Strange you're not running away from me now. Fun fact, when spiders are running and suddenly they stop in their tracks, it's because they ran out of breath. Because they can't breathe when they exert, unlike humans. Like most animals, actually. You guys are crazy like that. I wasn't allowed to hold a tarantula when my mum and I went to an exotic pet shop because I wasn't 18 yet, which wasn't my fault, to be fair. I can't exactly help how quickly I age. That we can blame on whoever designed humans. Which is probably the same as whoever designed spiders too, actually. We have the same dad. Not really, though. That would be weird. Maybe there should be a button where you can press and when you need to get older, like in The Sims. I wonder how old you are. Okay, camogie training soon. I've got to eat. So do you, it looks like. Later!
You'd think, with all these eyes I have on me, that I would know what it feels like to be seen. But no. It occurred to me not that long ago that I may not be the most pleasant thing to look at. Things that I enjoy about us: 8 legs, 8 eyes, subtle herringbone pattern on our back, satisfying 50-50 ratio of body to legs. These things might not satisfy every viewer, which means we don't get seen. And then the Lana looking at us all easy and sweet like it was nothing. I want to sit in the light of that look again. I want to be not just seen once, but consistently seen over and over again. I can see the real light fading on the glass wall. It's oranges and it's golds and it's pink and green. I didn't know Fall of Day could have green in it. I wonder if Lana knows that. I wonder what else Lana has seen, if she's able to see me. I must find a way to ask her. I must find out more about life. Now that I know I can feel this good. Perhaps next time when the four of them, Lana and her close ones, when they sit together and they make their sounds and they fill the space with the care they have for one another, maybe I'll come out and sit nearby. Let it catch me up like silks on a new breeze.